We're going to start by opening this folder here named placeholders, and we will check that we will have all the folders required to make the basic customization of the project. Inside the one named assets, we will find the assets name used in the project itself, and then in the pre-comps we will find a few comps that may be customized to enhance furthermore the project, and in the bottom we have a folder with the solids. So before we start with the placeholders itself, let's check very quickly how to customize the background color. All we have to do is select this layer named background color and then go to your effect control panel and just select the color that you want to use as a background. You can also use a texture if you want to just bring it in, but in this case all you have to do is select which color, and you can apply any other color correction effects. Okay, so let's leave it as it is. Inside this main composition here you will find all the text that we will be editing in a minute, and if you select the shy button, you will find much more layers that you may want to use if you want to adjust the project furthermore. The background, the solid background, is not visible while we have the shy enabled, but you may want to enable it if you want to replace the background by your own texture. Just import it to the project and then bring it here and disable this last layer over here. Okay, I'm gonna press the shy because we are only going to need to work on these layers over here. In the bottom end we will have the cartoon animation compositions, which we will not have to customize. Just if you want to change the animation of the project, then you will need to change the keyframes inside these compositions here. Okay, but let's go to our project, and first of all let's change the colors of our cartoon, and we will start by the pants. Just double click on the composition. You will find an adjustment layer that if you turn it on, it will have a color correction effect. If you go to effects control panel, you may choose the color of the pants that you want to use. You can even make it more darker or lighter, and you can play around with the saturation of the color itself, so you get the look that you require. And this will be the process for all the elements, in this case the pants, and then we have the shirt color. In the shirt you will not see any element, but you may want to enable this layer named shirt just to be able to change the color. Once you are happy with the color, you can disable it so it doesn't interfere with the animation itself. So all you have to do is select the adjustment layer above, go to the effect control panel and select which color you want to use, darker or lighter, saturation. And once you go, as you can see, we have the shirt enabled. We have to disable it. Okay, and there we go. We have a new shirt color for this for the cartoon. And then we have the shoes. In the shoes you will find two adjustment layers. One of them is if you want to choose just plain black, just turn it on and you'll have the shoes black. If you want to play with colors, the same will apply as we did for the others. Just play around with the colors and you will have, let's choose a crazy color for the shoes. Okay, something like this. a bit more saturation, and let's see. Wow. I'm gonna disable this one and put it black so we don't have many colors. And then lastly we have the tie. Just select the adjustment layer as we did for the previous ones and play around with your colors. And there we go, a nice blue dark tie. And this is it. Regarding the colorization of the cartoon is easy as this, pretty safe, straightforward. The only caution that you may have is once you are happy with the colors, just disable the shirt. And of course you may want to use the original colors of the project, and to do that just disable the not the original colors of the project, the original colors of the cartoon. You have the link available inside the project folder for the cartoon made by Pixadden. And if you go to the website, you will see that the original colors are these. Just deselect the adjustment layers and you will have all the original colors. So it's an option open as well. And let's move on now. I'm just gonna close these here. We're gonna leave the icons. Now we can do it right now. The icons, sorry, will appear almost in the end of the project. And one of the options that you will have is to replace the icons. You can do by either right click on the icon that you want to replace footage, file, and then select the image in your computer, or you can bring, I'm gonna bring another icon. Well, I'm gonna bring two icons here, both from WebTreats. The link is also available inside the project folder if you want to change the icons and use WebTreats. You might want to check the website, or you can use any other icons that you already have. So once I have them inside my project folder, let's say I want to change my email icon. So I just have to open the email composition, and I'm gonna use the icon example 1. Just check, yeah. I'm going to bring it inside the composition, and holding Alt, I'm gonna drop it on top of email, and there we go. We have replaced the icon, or the icon. The color is a bit off, and that's because we have a color correction effect on the previous icon. If you want the original color, just disable it, and there we go. We have the original color here. This is it. You may, in this case, it's a bit wider than the others. You may want to play around with the scale. Okay, so it looks more. And if you want to apply a color correction, you will have to play with the values depending on the icon that you are using. So it looks a little bit better. And there we go. We have nothing to do with our email, but it's just an example. We can change also, let's say, our Facebook, and this is not doing here. Just bring our example number 2, and I have to select first this one, and then holding Alt, I'm gonna drop it on top, and there we go. This one is in a smaller size, so I'll have to play around with the size and see how it looks. Okay, and of course we have our effect control to play around with the colors. This is the original color of the icon, but if you turn on as default, you may change the color of the icon itself. So you can play around with it and give it the tone that you want. In this case it's a Facebook one, so we're looking for a bluish, maybe darker, not so dark, okay, something like this. And there we go, we have a different icon here and a different icon here. So you can play around with these and replace all of them. It's just a matter of taste and depending on the contacts that you want to show for your clients. Okay, so regarding the icons, there we go. You can close these now. And let's go to our logo. Our logo will appear the first time in the screen right over here, and all we have to do is open the logo folder and then select our placeholder, right click, replace footage, file, and I'm gonna select my logo. Okay, so there I have my logo on place. If I want to change it, just have to open the composition named logo. I'm gonna turn on transparency because mine has lots of black, and I can play around with size. Can play around. Let's duplicate this one and let's make a small mask. In my case, sometimes I want to use the logo in a different way. So here we have, and now I want to do the same here, and I'm gonna bring it on top, and I'm gonna press S for scale. And okay, so I didn't change the anchor point, that's why it's, but for the customization process will be plenty. It's not straight. Let's and so we have a different look. Whoops, we have a different look to our logo. So it's more centralized. It has my icon, let's say icon, or the design over here, and then the name, and then comes our website. So regarding the logo, you have plenty of options, and of course you can apply any color correction to it, so pretty straightforward as well. Let's go now to our photos or videos. We have photo, the first one will appear right at the end. Sorry, not at the end, right over here. So this will be the first photo or video. So if we open the placeholder, you will find just the solid and text that you may disable, and I'm gonna bring a photo, just a straight very simple photo of me and my son. I'm gonna bring it right on top. I'm gonna press S for scale, and let's say that you want to show a design, and there we go. We already have our photo inside the project and will appear. Of course you have about 5 seconds here of showing off this picture. You can play around and create some kind of slideshow or very transitions if you want to use different photos. I'm gonna bring a video as well, and let's do this for video number 2. I'm gonna disable this too and bring video inside. Regarding video, we will have to play around with times. As you can see, we don't have nothing at the moment, but our timeline will show us where we are. So depending the part that I want to show, don't know why, but this video is not working very well with this. It's giving me weird colors. I think the video is probably corrupted. Let me try again, bring it in, but I doubt it. It's giving me really weird colors over here. Just to show you that, yeah, it's broken, damaged. Just to show you that you can bring the video and then play around with the time, because once you leave your timeline here, we are 1 minute 12 seconds. If you go inside your photo video 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, this will be the respect time that will match here. Our time needle here will be the same as here, will correspond to this timeline. So if you show this part here, okay, so now the video looks okay. Doesn't look okay anymore. It's very weird. But I will lose time on this later on, not now. Don't want to waste your time. So we have, as I was saying, we can control like this. We leave the timeline and then play around with the video here. Regarding the videos, this is it, just video or photos, just replace it, and we can close now and go to our photos video text, where we will find various frames. Frame back, you will not need to change it. If you notice, when the placeholder rotates, we will have our back over here, which will correspond to our logo. Once we change the logo, it will automatically appear here. If for any reason you don't want to show it, you just have to open the frame back and disable your logo, and in this way you will have just plain blank on the back of your frames. In this case, I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to close it, and I'm going to open frame number 1, which will correspond to my product number 1, and I'm going to double click on the text, and let's say me and my son Daniel, and for frame 2, my broken video. Okay, this was not planned, but it happened, so there we go. If we go back to our project, we will have now our text for the first and the second placeholder, and for the others the process will be the same. Just change the videos in here and change your frames, your titles on the other one. Regarding the titles, you can play around with the fonts as well, color, different type of font, whatever suits your needs, depending on the design that you are using. Okay, let's move on to web address. This is a difficult one. Just kidding. Our first web address will appear when Robert shows the first screen. There we go, our website. So let's change this web address, double click, and let's move the timeline to the place that, as you can see, there's a small animation writing the website. So www my new web.com, and there we go. If we go to our composition, so there we have our web address, and the web address appears also at the end, and also here. And this will be frame, this placeholder here will correspond to frame number 5, which is our last one. So the website, you will probably, well, not probably, for sure, you will have to adjust in two places, one where it says web address and the other one where it says the website. So just double click www, and we had my new web.com. I think it was that we'd chosen, and there we go. So we have 4 frames for the placeholders and then one last frame just to show our logo and our web address as a goodbye message, or any other message of picture that you want to place here. Just bring it in, disable the ones here, and it will show in here. So just depending on the use that you want to give for this placeholder, you are free, of course, to give wings to your imagination. Okay, so let's close this and this, and we are now with our web pages, and the web pages will be shown also in the screen. Okay, so we have our placeholder. All you have to do is, as we did, replace footage file and select the page that you want to use. I don't have any at the moment now, but just take a screenshot. If you are with a bit of question on the size, use any, like Photoshop, any software to open the image, and then make a screenshot of the web page that you want to show, and if you open this in Photoshop, just place it on top so you have the same size, and you will have no problems animating the screen itself. If you want to change the way that things are working inside the screen, you will have to go to the pre-comps and screen content. If you open it up, you will have the animation of the elements over here, and if you want to customize the project in a different way, you may want to do that, and all you have to do is just open this composition here and play around with the settings. We're not going to do that in here. It's a bit more time consuming, and we are here just making the basics of the customization. So once we have our web pages, we are done, and we will only need to adjust our text. I left the text for the end, but you can make the text at the beginning or whenever you feel to it. So finish it up. For the text, one of the options will be to scroll around your project and with your timeline, and then just select where you want to change the text. This is Joe. Whoops. Joe with an E. Let's say something different. He is Joe. If you want to select this one here, let's say another message. Hello. No, with 2 L's. Welcome. I'm just playing around with the sentences, and then you can, of course, play around with the font size, the font type, colors, everything. The other way of changing the text will be to scroll down to your project, and this will be by order, so you don't have to be looking to change, but I prefer, honestly, to be changing the text and adjusting right away. All you have to do is double click and it will highlight our text, and he is on holiday, and he is don't know, let's say, simplify this, my text 2. This is easy. My text 1. Okay, just double click my text 3. Okay, so this is much more easy. My text 4. Of course, it's much easier if you are making a real project and we know what we want to show off to our clients or to our target audience. But as a customization tutorial, it's pretty hard to making names. So this is pretty easy like this. My text 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Sorry. So this is the two options that you might consider to change the text. Just scroll and use the text tool to select, or just double click on your and as you can see, when I select, it will, if you double click, it will be enabled to change the text. Change here. Okay, there we go. And this is it. I think I'm not forgetting anything. Let's just I like this one. First time this happens to me, but there's always a first time for everything. Okay, so all the text will be the same. As you can see, telephone number, I could say 000 dash don't know. Okay, something like this. So pretty easy and straightforward to